Welcome back to Boy Band Break, where we encourage you to take a break from your day and join us in some boy band conversation. As always, my name is Diane.
I'm Chinzia.
I'm Sophia.
And I'm Lydia, a.k.a. Mama Lou.
Welcome back, everyone. There's, again...
There are no birthday... Okay.
Oh, no, there was... confirming...
Yes, I'm sorry, there was a birthday this week. We didn't... Sorry.
Trying to help you.
On March 14th from the band Hanson, Taylor Hanson is 37.
Ooh.
Happy birthday, Taylor.
Happy birthday, Taylor.
1 year older than you.
Younger.
Younger?
Sorry,
Younger.
younger.
Well, we're the same age at this moment, so yes. Good job, Taylor, who has approximately 37 children.
Yeah.
But, I think he has 7.
It's a lot.
Close.
It's a lot.
I have 0, so there you go. There's our similarities are gone. We have no similarities.
Thank
okay.
you for that.
No problem. Happy birthday, Taylor Hanson.
Okay.
Hanson is a new addition to our birthday list this year.
Thank you
'cause
very
we
much.
didn't have them last year. So
and we
there you
took off some
We
people.
took off some...
God
people.
bless.
Yes. All right. Moving along.
Moving along. Okay. This is something that we were...
What?
Everybody okay?
Yeah.
We are excellent.
Okay. This is something that we were talking about the other day, like in a group chat, and then I was just like, you know what? We should make this a podcast. So, question number 1. If we're just talking about the 4 main boy bands that we usually talk about on this show.
Lydia, do you know those are?
Backstreet, NSYNC, O-Town, New Kids.
Yes.
Whoa! Yes,
So
thank
proud
you.
of you, Lydia.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Good job. Good job. If we're just talking about those 4 boy bands. And the reason that I'm also picking those 4 is because those 4 have 5. A lot of the other boy bands that we talk about have less than 5 members.
Okay. Like 98 Degrees.
Right. Sorry, I know there's a
3
lot of
deep.
British ones that have 5, but, you know. Anyways,
5 has 5.
We're just going to
There's only 3 of them left.
keep
though.
moving on this train.
Okay.
Choo-choo. Choo-choo.
Also, these bands are still kind of together and touring. Is another reason why we
Exactamundo.
still talk about them.
Okay. So, do you think that there's a member in, that each of the members in those groups fulfills a certain role in terms of, like, you know, you want to have a bad boy and you want to have a heartthrob and you want to have the older brother type? Like, do you think all of those bands
The
have...
together stereotypes.
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely. That's why they're so successful.
Okay. So, what I want to do first is
Determine the band
determine
types.
who plays what role in each band.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay?
So let's start with Backstreet.
Okay,
Sure.
so do you have the 5 types?
No, because I feel like there's more than 5 types.
That's what I was
And this
gonna
is
say,
where it gets
too,
tricky.
Because I feel like they have certain one, like they all have a heartthrob, but some of them might have an older brother type, and some might have like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I feel like in some groups, some of the stereotypes are overlapping. Like one guy fulfills 2 roles.
True.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
But off the top of your head, if you had to think of types, what types would you say?
The bad boy, the older brother,
The young one,
the talented one,
the heartthrob.
the ugly one.
I don't think that there was ever like supposed to be an ugly one.
Backstreet doesn't have an ugly one, so.
I mean, if you're going off together, there was. But I think Doug
Together didn't
was
have
like
that. Doug was the older brother type.
Yeah, but he was also fat and bald. And
Chad was obviously. So, Chad was the shy one.
oh yes,
Jerry O'Keefe was the heartthrob. QT was the cute one, and Mickey Park was the bad boy.
QT was a cute one, or was he the young one?
He was cute
Both.
and young.
So
Okay,
he feels
I
like he
didn't
was-
realize that cute was separate from young. I always put those 2 together.
Yeah.
You could be cute and old. Can you?
Really? Is the older brother type ever cute?
No, yeah, that's a
No.
good point. Yeah, okay.
Yep. Just
All right,
like,
I feel
I'm
like
sorry,
if you're
I'm just
gonna say-
flashing through older brothers, I'm like, no.
So I think if you're gonna, but then there's also like, you know, there could be like the boy next door type, you know, the jock type,
Right?
The-
'Cause we said
Yeah.
the one guy in,
there's like Latin lover, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yes, not all groups have the Latin lover. So.
no. So there's many different roles. So at first, I think the first step is, can we identify who plays what role in each of the groups?
Yes.
Sure. So
Okay.
Okay.
So you want to start with BSB?
Yes, please.
Okay. So
Are we going to say the name of the guy? Okay, so Kevin.
Older one.
Kevin, so you want to say Kevin is the older brother type?
Yes,
Yes.
100%.
Okay. No one disagrees?
Nope.
Nope.
I think.
I wrote down old bro.
Yeah,
Anyways,
Okay.
carry
yeah,
on.
oh, bro.
All right, Nick, we're gonna go heartthrob on this one. Are
No,
we gonna go young?
Oh,
No,
he
he's
was
young. He's the young
He was
one.
I was gonna say I think
Is
Brian
this-
is supposed
Yeah,
to be
Brian's
the
the
Yeah,
heartthrob.
heartthrob.
Brian's the heartthrob.
Because he's the one with the heart problem. Yes.
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
he's fixed now. It's fine. He's
Well,
fine
what
now.
would you say Brian is then?
Brian's a heartthrob.
The safe Christian.
The Christian one.
Well, I suppose you could say Brian is like boy next door,
He had the yeah,
but I don't.
but he's also kind of the wacky one. 'Cause
He's
He's also
like,
like the
clown,
goofy,
the
silly.
clown,
one.
yeah.
clown because he also like does terrible impressions and
But
He's also the sick one too. He had the
guess
heart
it depends
problem and the
on-
voice
but he's
problem.
also athletic because he like
Jumps
off
off of-
stage and
yeah.
how he's hard
like-
to pin down. I don't know what
That's-
Brian
So
is.
maybe he's a combination.
And this is what I'm saying. I don't think if I'm looking at like it's hard because there's like the Backstreet Boys now, and then there's the Backstreet Boys like when they started.
Right.
And I think when they started, Nick was supposed to be like the young, cute one. He was
Yes.
not supposed to
Yeah.
be the heartthrob.
Yes.
Now, if I'm talking about Backstreet Boys in 2020, yes, they definitely push Nick as the heartthrob
yes.
because
'Cause he
it's
makes
marketing
our hearts throb.
a 40-year-old as the young one is a bit awkward.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fair, fair.
Word.
You know.
True.
Okay. Well, Howie's obviously Latin lover. Hello.
Okay, so there
Yeah,
you go.
Howie's a lot.
Okay, so
yeah.
that
And
one's
AJ's obviously the bad boy.
Yes.
100%.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
for sure.
Paints his nails black. He's bad boy.
Oh,
Tattoos.
Vape
Humping the
line.
stage. He's strange.
Even though he's not actually, even though
He
he's
has like the biggest heart.
literally a teddy bear inside, like
Yes.
a delicate flower.
Yes.
He was marketed as the bad boy and still is.
The glasses.
he did the remember the alter ego bud?
Yes, Johnny
Yes,
No
Johnny
Name.
No
Johnny No
Name.
Name. Come on, that's bad boy.
Yes.
He was like a pimp. He had like a fur coat.
He was a pimp.
Yeah, he did have a fur coat.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but
He did a lot of.
it's funny because if you just happen to glance at them, you would not think that AJ would be a member of a boy band.
No, absolutely
No.
not.
He looks like an emo rocker or whatever. He's not even like in the country scene. Like, I don't
And
know.
if I'm going across all boy bands, AJ looks the most bad
Yes.
boy of all the bad
Yes.
boys.
Yes.
Agreed.
Yes.
Agreed. Yeah, I agreed.
He isn't the most, but he looks the most.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I could see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Def.
okay, so far we have Kevin is old bro, Howie is Latin lover,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
AJ's bad boy.
the bad boy.
Nick's the young one.
I also think Howie could be the shy one, but we'll
No.
stick with
You know what though? Like
no.
I don't know. I
Yes.
feel like
2020 Howie could be the shy one because he's like denouncing. He's like, I don't even speak Spanish. Like,
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I
and
could
he's
see
always
it.
been kind of the more quiet one, and
Yeah, he doesn't really talk unless like
he's
The
asked
hustler.
questions.
Are you joking?
he's a hustler.
He
for
is a
sure.
hustler.
He could be a
I-
quiet
I-
hustler.
You can though. Like I call
like maybe.
bargain
Like
back
come on.
Smart. He's smart with his money.
But think about
But
on the
he-
stage. He's a hustler like behind closed doors.
on the stage. He does his little hip shaking and stuff like that. But I
guess
don't
I could
think
see
it's
the
I don't
shy.
think it's a surprise to Howie that he is not the favorite member of the band.
Absolutely
Absolutely
not.
He always
And
jokes
he
around.
knows that, and he's always like, "Oh, hey guys, look, there's Nick," so then he can escape, right?
Yes.
So like
100%.
he's
Yeah.
done that so many times, and it's hilarious.
Absolutely.
But I feel like Howie's just very more chill and under the radar type.
Yeah.
But he is shy. Like when we went to go to his listening party in Toronto, he was actually very nervous to be putting out this album by himself and like doing his own thing. So
well, it was.
like,
It's a children's
confidence and,
album,
like,
so that's
okay,
probably
well,
why.
yes. But
Because it's all like
It was a play, wasn't it? Like a children's play.
he did a play as well. Yeah, we didn't go because it was very far away and it's wintertime. But if he does it closer, I would go see it. But yeah, no, I definitely
it's a
feel
musical. So like
it's about his
the
life.
album is songs from the play.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah.
Let's
I
try
would
to
say
pin
him as,
down
like,
Nick
a-
and Brian.
Nick's the
So I
young
would say
one.
Nick is
Brian's the
the-
heartthrob.
Yeah.
At the
If we're
time.
doing,
I'm
if we're
gonna
doing
go-
it from the beginning,
No,
like
I'm gonna go. Brian is the goofy one.
No. No.
no,
No,
I
I'm-
would go like
I
how we
disagree.
were like from when we first started.
Okay.
Brian
Diane,
is
what
the
is your opinion?
heartthrob, and then Nick is the young one.
It's hard.
Well, he's always going to be the young one, the younger brother.
Okay, if I'm going again, because like I said, Brian I think fulfills way too many roles in
Yes.
this band.
Agreed.
The multiple personality one,
Because he was also like kind of the lead singer.
right?
Was he?
Before
Yeah.
had the
Yeah.
vocal
Him,
issues.
yeah.
Like if we're talking 1997 Backstreet Boys, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Brian, AJ, Nick, yeah.
You know what I mean? I think even by today's like standards, you could still slot Nick into like the young, cute one.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I'm comfortable putting him as that.
Yes,
Right?
I am
Young and
also
cute?
comfortable.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
I don't know, but like am I sexual and stuff? Nick's the one who's saying that. Like,
Blame
he's the-
Lou for that.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, I still don't think it matters. I don't think when you were watching Backstreet's Back in 1997 and he was dressed like a mummy, you know, people were like, oh, it's because he's the heartthrob. They were like, oh, look at Nick, so cute with his little mushroom head.
Yeah.
You know?
You weren't like,
True.
I want to unwrap this mummy.
No,
No,
I mean,
Well, yeah.
that too, but, you know.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess Brian. I
But
don't
then
know.
Brian
Maybe it's
was
'cause
like,
I've never
you know,
found
the
Brian that
werewolf,
attractive.
like doing backflips off the.
Yeah.
So
See,
the
he's
athletic
the athletic
type.
one.
Okay,
He's
we could
the
do athletic.
type.
I don't mind.
I don't agree. I don't know. He's
The
just
goofy athletic heartthrob. Is that what we've decided?
I don't
Like,
know.
I just feel like the goofy stuff was always behind the scenes. Like,
Okay.
it wasn't like
at the forefront.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
When
Right.
I think of the Backstreet Boys like music videos,
Right.
we weren't showing Brian like doing all his like goofy
That's
stuff.
true.
That's more of a Chris
It's
thing to
mostly,
do.
Like out there.
It was not the persona that Lou
at
put out for
sound
him.
check.
Right.
and stuff,
So
yeah.
I would take that out. But they marketed him as being like, because he would often wear like, you know, like the varsity jackets.
Yeah.
So
And like
the
the
Boy
jock.
next door,
the good guy, the good boy.
all American
jock.
boy.
Okay, yeah, I'm okay with that because that can kind of like fulfill. Because I think he was kind of a little bit heartthrob, a little bit boy next door,
A
a
little bit
little bit
goofy.
like jockey.
Okay,
You
I'll
know?
agree with that. Okay, I'll go with that.
He had a booty that's American.
I can't even think of what Brian's butt looks like.
I have no idea. I'm just kidding.
Very small.
I'm just like that was a Nick Carter song joke.
All right, moving along.
Brian
You're
in
saying
general
that
is
Nick
very
Carter
tiny.
so
That's
human.
why they
wet.
called him a
Is
gnome.
not the heartthrob.
He's very small.
I think he's the young cute one.
Okay,
Like,
I will accept young cute one for Nick.
Like, okay, I spent some time with Brian on the cruise, and I wanted to murder him when he was
Oh
like,
my God.
"Hello, hola, hello," and I was like, "Ah!" So I agree with like
He
the
was
goofy-
super annoying on the first cruise. 100%.
God, I wanted
But
to,
you also
like-
got pictures with him up when we were on the thing.
Did he
on
annoy you when you
Masquerade
were
Night?
taking selfies?
It's
No.
That was that the
You
one
were,
where
like,
I had
singing back and forth
I
to him
had
a
an
bit.
elastic band on
Yes,
my
you
head.
did.
That was the dumbest.
That
That was the dumbest
It was
thing
amazing.
I ever wore.
This picture of Lydia.
It was like I look like Frankenstein because I have
so
this
our
line on my
masquerade
head.
masks were on sticks, and we're like, I don't want to friggin' hold this stupid stick all night. But then we couldn't figure out how to like attach it. So then Lydia just somehow just put like an elastic
Giant
band
elastic
around her head
band.
with this mask, and then it left this like line, so she looked like Frankenstein's monster.
I
It
did
was
look like Frankenstein. It was awful.
That's like one of my favorite
It was
pictures.
the worst.
Because it's the end of the night and Lydia's like mascara is all over.
Like, I like,
She has this
You're like
line.
drunk or
And
something?
then she's all
No,
like,
I wasn't
"Ah,"
even.
like,
It's the worst picture. We'll post it up online later, but it's just awful.
Did
Oh
you
my
post that on Facebook?
I don't know. It's a
Remind
great-
me. Someone remind me.
It
I'll
is a
put
great
that
picture. I
as the
love it.
photo for this episode.
Oh god. Anyways, okay, so I think we have Backstreet all established,
Yeah,
correct?
we all agree.
What
This-
did we decide Brian was?
The
All-American
All-American
boy.
Okay.
Because that's kind of a combo of athleticism and
he
goofiness.
feels-
Athleticism,
Three,
Christianity,
he'll
and other
feel-
things
Yes.
like that.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's a good
All
fit.
right.
All right.
Lots of roles from
On
him.
to Insawank.
In Swank.
Okay.
So why in okay, there was an interview on YTV's hit list ages ago, and obviously we know in sync their name is made from the last letter of each of their names. So for some
Lanston.
reason, okay, and Lanston obviously was Jason, but he turned to Lanston.
We
so
discussed that in an episode a few weeks ago
Yes, we did.
Yes.
about Charles. What's his face?
Charles Edwards.
Edwards.
So please go back and listen to that.
Good old
Carry on.
Charles Edwards. Anyway, so then while they were like, oh, say in sync or I don't know why, but they had to like spell out in sync using the letter or something. So they went like N S Y, and then Joey's like, no, they had to make the sound. That was it, like in sync. Right, but then they're like why and then everyone looks at Joey and we're like why, and they like hit him. I was dying. We're like,
It was
Joey,
so
That's
good.
great.
Yeah.
So funny.
So definitely Joey is the goofy
Italian
one.
The
stallion.
goofy one.
He's the Italian
Excuse
stallion.
me.
Isn't he the goofy one?
Chris is the goofy one.
No, Chris is
Chris is
the
like the serious
He was
one.
always put. Did you just say Chris is the serious one?
I thought Chris was the older brother one.
No.
Oh, yeah, he could
Chris
be the older
crazy
brother,
one.
yeah.
He was the fun, crazy, like, oh, Chris is so wacky. And there used
But
to be-
Joey's also funny.
he's
Does
the
NSYNC
charming
have a
Italian
bad boy?
Is JC the bad boy?
Joey's the bad boy.
Joey's not
No.
the bad boy.
JC is not the bad boy.
JC
But
Yeah,
then who would be
no.
the bad boy?
Hold on. JC's like the
JC is
emo
the
type.
older brother type. He's
No,
the
he's not.
sleepy in sync. He doesn't talk. He's very boring.
Shy one.
Shy.
Okay.
Shy
All
one.
right,
Okay,
fine. All
we'll
right.
give
We'll
JC
give him the
shy.
shy.
Although then what's Lance?
The
Christian.
gay one?
He
Oh.
wasn't marketed as the gay one.
He
They were
was
like,
very
this one's the gay
Christian.
one.
Is he like a
He was
I
the
think he was the all-American one in this one.
Like a
he was
boy
like
next
the boy
door?
next door, Mississippi Southern boy.
Okay.
I agree with
Um,
that.
Leo.
Obviously, Justin was the douchebag.
No, that's
And
not.
then-
That's not a marketing.
Justin was a
tactic.
heartthrob for sure.
He was.
Yeah.
He was. Sorry,
Suck
Chinzia.
it, Justin. I hope you.
Chinzia, be nice to Justin. He's enjoying
He
his
ca-
life, married
He
to that
can't
lady
die.
from Party
He
of Five,
needs to bring back the NSYNC.
or I guess
No, Seventh Heaven.
Seventh Heaven. Sorry. Okay, so we have
Chris was always the crazy goofy
the
one.
goofy
Okay.
one,
But then what's Joey?
Then what is Joey
'Cause
exactly?
the
Joey's
Italian
funny,
stallion.
too.
Charming Italian.
He's the Italian stallion.
But that's
I
not-
don't think
He was the
so.
outgoing, fun one.
what about STD Steve?
That was his brother.
Exactly. So he was the charming Italian stallion with the STD Steve brother.
Okay, all right. Let's think this through. What other types did we side where?
There's many other ones, but I always thought Joey was the goofy one and Chris
Yeah.
was the older brother type.
No,
No.
Chris was not mature enough to be the older
No,
brother
he's
type.
not. No offense.
Physically, Chris is the oldest, but he is not. He was definitely not an older brother.
Not
type.
He's like sarcastic.
JC was more like behind the. JC was kind of like the Howie who
He was the
kind of like-
dancer of the group too.
and JC also had a really good voice too. When they allowed him to
Yeah,
sing for
that was nice.
making douchebag.
Chinzia, stop it.
Okay, get over Justin Timberlake. We're talking about Chris and Joey.
Okay,
Oh, maybe Joey's the entrepreneur because he had the hot dog
the
stand.
actor type. He did a lot.
So
of
you
acting.
think when Lou started the band, they were like, you know what? This guy is going to be an entrepreneur.
This guy's gonna start a hot dog stand one day. It's a good
God, I feel like I would have known these before. Now I'm just like totally drawing a blank.
Chinzia.
Lance was the shy one.
Yeah,
But
he was.
JC was the shy one.
JC was the quiet one.
We wrote
That's
it.
the
Did
same-
she write
Why
it?
did shy are the same thing?
I always thought JC was like the dancer, and he was like, he made that song about sex. Did long a think about sex. That's not a shy person. Okay,
So he had like some growth.
He was
and-
just quiet. They used to call him Sleepy in Sync.
who's they?
Chris?
The fandom?
I don't know if it was the fandom or the boys.
Maybe it was
know.
Chris. Chris likes to.
I think it
make
was the
fun of him a lot.
fandom, like because he was like the one who was always quiet and didn't talk.
I thought he
And
was
was
like
sleeping.
emo type, like kind of
Sounds
like.
like
think
the
he
shy
was
one to
emo.
me, but
I'm gonna go with shy one as
All right,
well.
fine.
All
let's keep
right,
him a shy.
for JC, heartthrob for Justin.
Yes.
you said all American for Lance.
Yeah, it was our
Like
All
boy
American.
next door type.
Okay.
He's got a booty that. Okay, stop. All American. Okay. Okay, who are we missing?
Okay, so we had Chris
Chris
and Joey.
and Joey.
So
All right,
they
Chris
won.
and
Joey's the
I
goofy
think-
one. I'm sorry.
Chris is the crazy, unstable one.
Would you say Chris is the bad boy then?
No, I would
No.
say Joey's more of a bad boy than Chris.
Joey's not a bad boy. He's a bunch
Joey?
of bad boy is
Joey
a
was a lame
ball of
bad boy.
mozzarella.
Dude, no
No.
way.
They did not have a very strong bad boy in the group.
They
No,
didn't.
there wasn't. Well, I mean, Justin.
That's why they failed.
I'm sorry. Is 2.1 million albums in a single week a failure?
I'm sorry. Is 26 years still here touring?
Ooh, selling merch, and they're actually still a
And the
band.
albums
Ooh.
being happening?
No, seriously, I don't know. Okay, so you want to put Chris as the older brother type? We
No,
can.
I
No,
don't.
I
no,
don't.
it doesn't
You
feel
guys
right.
would know better because I wasn't in the NSYNC fandom.
He was
Chris
the wacky one.
He was the wacky,
He was
crazy
wacky.
one. It's
He
like
always
he
had
had the black and
dreads.
white dreads like going all over the place.
Yeah, he was
always
wacky.
like doing
Wacky
flips.
one. Funny one. Okay, so then what the hell is Joey?
Joey was like the charming
Italian
one.
stallion.
He
How come
was
you can
the-
have a
I
Latin
thought
lover and
Joey
not an
was-
So
Italian
he's
stallion?
like the Latin lover
But
type?
he was
It's
like
not
the
Latin.
flirty one. Joey was the one who was always like,
Okay, so even though he wasn't Latin, we could put him in that similar category.
No, Latin and Italian are different.
Italians more chill.
Just put Italian
Hey.
stallion.
No, but would you say that Joey is the Howie of NSYNC?
No.
No.
Isn't that Chris?
No, I don't know.
How dare you, madam?
Jeez, this is
You're
hard.
saying he essentially fulfills that role.
He was the first one to do the nasty in the pasty,
Lord,
and then he
I don't
got
think he was the first.
and no,
one
and he made a child
Okay,
out of wedlock.
yes, that's true. I guess he really couldn't be, because he also obviously got his girlfriend pregnant during the time.
That's correct. He did
But
the
they didn't
nasty.
want anyone to know that.
No, they kind of
That wasn't like, oh, look at our bad boy, he's knocking girls up.
No, I suppose.
I don't know. Joey was the fun one.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like
agree with
NSYNC was
that.
full of fun
Did
people.
we just say this?
NSYNC was full of fun people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can say the fun one. That's all right. Yeah, you got wacky, you got fun, you got all American, you got the shy guy, and then you got the heartthrob. I think that's fair.
I didn't know fun one was a type, but all right.
Okay.
What? Okay. Sorry. What type did you guys think?
No,
that
I
he
don't.
is?
I don't.
We're
know.
inventing types at this point.
I literally don't know.
Joey the bad boy. He was more
He was
into acting.
not.
He was more into like.
Like, I'm trying to think of NSYNC music videos. I guess I could see it a
He
little
was
bit
very much
because
into
he had
Superman.
like he had
he loved
the
Superman. Oh my god.
He had
frosted tips, but they were red.
yeah.
Like, you know,
inspiration for Guy Fieri. I don't know.
kind of. Yeah. Totes. Oh my god.
you know,
should do
he
a
had
show
like
together.
the facial hair.
He wasn't the best dancer of the group.
He wasn't the best
Definitely
looking.
not.
Like, didn't have a lot of singing.
Wasn't the best looking.
He was like the one that you wouldn't mind hanging out with. You're like, oh,
Is
I'm
he the older
comfortable
brother
hanging
type
out with
then?
You know what? Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Joey seemed like he'd be the type he was always. If you talk to Lance, him and Lance were besties at the time. Still are, I think.
Are Lance and Justin the same age?
Maybe, or Lance might be a year older.
No idea.
One of them was born in 79. Lance was born in 79.
Oh, okay. So
I
he
think
wasn't the
he's older
youngest.
no, Justin was also the youngest. But
Oh, that
Young
JT.
and heartthrob.
so he can be a young and heartthrob, but Nick can't. Okay,
Nick
gotcha.
wasn't.
It wasn't. It wasn't the style.
It's
at
a
the
different
time.
band.
Okay.
Okay, so who is Joey?
I-
Entrepreneur, but he wasn't an entrepreneur at the time.
I
Okay,
just feel
sorry.
NSYNC fans
Charming
decide.
Italian. There we go.
Yeah, just put
Charming
Italian stallion. Like he was the
Alright.
Italian stallion.
He was
had,
fun. He was outgoing. He
he
had
had
things.
sex all the time. It was great.
He had sex all the time.
It was
Wow,
great.
what a
Okay.
time
Not with
that
me,
is.
but I'm just saying.
Okay.
Okay.
New Kids next?
Oh yes, this is easy.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, obviously we got
John is the shy one.
yes, 100%, and
Joey is the young,
the young
Yeah, the young
heartthrob. No.
cute one.
No,
Cute-
just
sorry,
the
the cute.
one.
Young
cute.
cute
one.
little.
Yeah,
Donnie's
Donnie's
the
your
bad
bad
boy.
boy.
bad boy. Yes. Ang, 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 ang.
Jordan is the boring.
Chin there.
Older brother.
Jordan is the
Heartthrob.
heartthrob.
Hello.
Oh.
Thank you.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, I even know
I
this.
guess.
And Danny's the older brother type.
Yes.
Okay, sure.
Okay, that's a polite way.
Chin there.
Yeah, that's very.
No,
cool.
honestly though, I feel like Danny is the most
I
put
feel like New
together.
Kids was like an easy one to do.
So easy.
even though
that's
John was
true.
technically the oldest one.
Eh.
But
Not
he's
the older brother,
shy,
but he was definitely
right?
not the
He
older
does
brother.
No.
nothing.
No.
I think Danny was like, "Hey guys, we're
I
gonna
totally
work out.
forgot
Hey,
about
we're gonna do
Danny,
this."
too.
Look at all this food
Danny
I made.
has- and he's the one who shows the most dad-like qualities on
Yep.
line because he has his 2 or
Sure.
3 kids. And
Yes.
all right,
Okay. Yeah,
Let's
that was
do
easy.
O-Town, and we're going to include Ashley in it because I need 5.
Thank you.
So
Obviously, he's the
welcome.
heartthrob. Ashley is the heartthrob. He was. Shut up, Chitsia. It's
no one
true.
to say. What?
Is he or is he the young cute one?
No, he was heartthrob.
No, he was heartthrob.
100%.
100%.
Oh yeah, 110%.
Jacob was the bad boy.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Eric was the shy one.
Yes.
Dan.
Dan was the older brother type,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Okay.
like the dad.
I'm okay with that.
Trevor was the.
Oh.
What was Trevor? He was very good at dancing. He's very big into fangirling, fanboying over people.
I would say that Trevor's like
The party
Trevor-
guy, because you remember he used to have his Sorry.
What?
She got so excited.
What?
Because he used to be part of a fraternity, and he was like very
What?
into like frat life and like stuff and like bros and going out and doing things and going like he goes to like all of his nephews like
Parties?
sports
Oh,
games
sports.
and then like hypes up the crowd and does things like
Yeah, but that's you're thinking of Trevor now.
okay.
Yes. Back then, they didn't
Think
say.
about O-Town.
Okay.
Back
When
then.
they were marketing,
Is
when Lou was
he-
putting them
is he the
together,
bad
think
boy?
of Liquid Dreams. We just
he
said
the-
Jacob's the bad
yeah,
boy.
Jacob's
Sorry.
bad boy.
Bad guy,
Sorry.
he had dreads. He didn't go
I
to
think
college.
Trevor, more than any of the other groups and any of the other guys, was the jock one.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, okay,
Yeah.
yes.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they marketed Trevor as, like, I'm a jock. I play
You're wearing
sports.
Yes.
basketball
Yeah.
jerseys. and-
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Agreed. Okay.
Okay, so now
100% agree.
Now, based on I'm going to try to, based on these categories, match up the guys across the groups. So,
okay.
Okay.
if we're going, see, it's hard. So, if we're going BSB, okay, Nick is the young one.
Okay, so let's pick who the young ones are for all the groups. We said he
Joey.
was the young one.
We only have 2 young ones.
Oh, okay.
We only picked young and cute in
I'm now
BSB.
understanding.
Yes.
And-
Italian stallion, Latin lover thing. Gotcha. Okay.
We only picked young and cute in BSB, so we said Nick was the young cute one in BSB and Joey was the young cute one in
Right.
New
'cause
Kids.
O-Town were all around the same age, so they didn't have a young cute one.
Yes.
And what was the other band?
In Sync.
NSYNC did not have a young.
Did not have a young cute one.
No.
So, who would you say then is the Nick and Joey of NSYNC? Like, who do they match up with?
I guess
The Nick
Justin.
and Joe. Oh my
assuming
god! I thought you meant
Justin.
Joey Fatone for a
Not
second. I was
Fatone.
like, what? They're not the
McIntyre.
I'm
same?
assuming Justin.
Yeah, Justin. He's the youngest one.
So would
Shinzia
you,
does not want to agree at all.
No, he's the youngest one. I agree.
Okay.
so you would say Justin is the Nick and the Joey.
Yeah.
Is Ashley?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. So then AJ is the bad boy
Yeah.
in Backstreet.
Yeah.
So then you got Donnie.
Yep.
Yep.
That
Yep.
matches up with in New Kids. You got Jacob in O-Town.
Yep.
So who's the Jacob and Donnie and AJ of NSYNC?
Oh, okay.
The bad boy?
Would we put Chris there?
I think we have to put Chris there.
Yeah.
Because like JC's not a bad boy.
I would put
Or unless
Chris.
we put Joey there.
I feel like we got to put. Well, I don't know.
I feel like it.
Wait, are you comparing AJ? AJ's the bad boy?
Yeah, AJ,
You have to have
AJ,
Chris then.
Donnie,
Yeah,
and
Chris.
Chris is the mirror of AJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he had the dreads. He had like. He's into like more rock music and things like that. So.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
So AJ, Chris, Donnie, and Jacob are your.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bad
Okay,
boy
that's the
types.
bad
Yeah.
boy.
And then you
category.
got Nick, Justin, Joey, and Ashley as your
Young heart.
That's correct.
young heartthrobby type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're at Brian, who we put as your
Next
like
Door.
all American boy next door type. We picked Lance as that in NSYNC.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Trevor.
And then I guess
Trevor,
this
yeah.
is where it gets tricky because in New Kids we said that Joey was the young cute one and then Jordan was the heartthrob. So is Jordan the Brian and Lance?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Jordan has a lot of like the solos and stuff like
Brian.
Brian, right? So I feel like vocally Jordan and Brian are probably around the same kind of length there.
We cannot go based on vocals off this because it's all messed up.
Yes.
Chris is not AJ.
That's
hell outta here.
Not even close.
That is because he's his own unique man who is
Oh my God, Shinzia stuff.
And even Donnie, like saying that Donnie is the AJ of the group vocally is like an
yeah.
insult to
But they
AJ.
don't-
Yeah, I agree.
They both do the rapping parts, right?
Yes, but
I
AJ
suppose.
sounds better.
We're not saying who's
You
the-
woke me up from napping. Now I'm gonna start rapping.
Oh my.
You know, that was a good. That was a good.
See,
song.
even you're better.
God.
Thank you. Thank
Did
you.
anyone rap it and sing? Oh, Justin beatbox.
Yes. That was your favorite part, wasn't it?
Oh, everyone dick punch him.
Shazia!
Sorry,
Stop
I don't.
being so mean
any
to-
new listeners, I am not a fan of Justin Timberlake. If you have not figured that
No.
out, in the
Okay.
past 29 minutes.
Really? All right. Where are we?
So sorry.
next?
So we're putting Brian, Lance, and Jordan together.
Yeah.
So who's that in O-Town?
Trevor?
Trevor?
I'm going to say Trevor.
Yeah, I guess Trevor.
Is Trevor in the Brian, Lance, Jordan role?
But are we doing vocal or are we
Wait,
doing
who's left?
personality?
Who's left in that band?
Dan, Eric, and Trevor.
Dan. No,
I'm going to say Trevor.
Trevor, because he's all American sports and things, right?
Yeah, right.
I can't believe that Lance is in that category, though.
Okay, we're going to put Joey there.
Joey's not all American. He's Italiano.
JC
I
do
don't think
sport?
so.
No, I would not.
So?
But shopping is a sport,
just
I guess.
keep
Like, I
Lance.
can't see him like lifting up a basketball.
Yeah.
Why
feel
am
like he's,
I
like,
like blank? I just have
manicured.
this picture of JC just taking a nap. That's the only thing that I cannot.
Why is he not your favorite?
He was,
Because you nap.
he was Olivia's favorite. We weren't allowed to make
Yeah,
him a
JC was
favorite.
Olivia's favorite.
Oh, okay.
And he has has very good vocals. So you know what? Maybe
This
we
is
will
where
put,
it gets tricky,
Okay,
guys.
let's put JC in there.
Instead of Lance?
She said not to do things based on vocals.
If we can go back and do it
'Cause
based
you
on
know
vocals.
what? Though a lot
No.
of people thought that
No.
JC
I
was
mean,
good-looking.
I don't mean start over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I mean
he was.
finish this.
Okay, sorry.
No, it's just that I feel that JC and Justin had the most singing roles in it in sync. So I feel like probably you could put JC in that category. But was he more deserving than Lance?
I don't know. I would just
Why are
keep
some
Lance
characters more deserving than others? Like these are all special, unique traits.
Okay, let's keep Lance.
The
in
problem
there,
is
is that they're not all cookie cutter boy bands, so we don't
Agreed.
have the exact same formulation in each band.
no. I was gonna say that
Yes.
BSB is obviously overall the most talented group vocally
Of course.
because all of their members can sing.
Yes.
Or
Yes.
at least, okay,
Yeah,
even if you
no.
want to say Kevin and Howie aren't as strong,
Hurtful.
I said even if you want to
Howie is
say,
lovely.
I didn't say that's what
think they're
I'm
both
saying.
good.
And then I'm not really. There's albums
Howie
about
says it about himself, but anyways, even if you wanted to say that, they have 3
Shitting
versus
upon Tony Dinetti.
Genzia!
versus NSYNC has 2.
Why does that hurt?
New
your
Kids have
feelings?
2. O-Town has
3?
3, 2, kind of. I don't know. O-Town's a weird one.
Yes.
I just feel like, nobody. I don't know.
I
Very
just
odd.
keep Lance.
Okay,
I don't
sorry.
know.
So who's left? So we either need to put Eric.
Okay, so if we leave it at Brian, Lance, Jordan, and Trevor.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you got Kevin as the older brother.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We put oh, I'm choking. Dan as the older brother.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And Danny as the older brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
But now you got to either put JC or Joey in that category.
Is Joey the older
Yeah.
brother?
Fun older brother.
Yeah.
Okay,
right.
Are they
sure.
boring older brothers?
This
or are they
last
fun?
category is not going to match up. Then.
Sorry, who else is in the older brother? So we had.
JC and
We
Joey.
put Kevin, Danny, and Dan.
They're the more patient. I'm going to put JC in there.
All right.
Okay.
They seem to be all
JC.
more quiet and chill.
Yeah. All right.
Okay,
fair,
yeah,
fair.
I agree with that.
Okay, so what is the last
So
category?
then your last one is Howie, Latin lover.
Yeah.
Joey, Italian stallion.
Yes.
Then John, shy one, and Eric, shy one.
Are they?
Okay.
Joey does not fit in.
No.
I'd be okay with Howie, John, and Eric, but how does Joey fit in there?
Listen, Joey's the fun one. of
How
that
would
group.
Howie
He's not
fit?
shy.
He's
I
not
could,
shy
I
at
could
all.
put Howie as the shy one. I said it when we started
All
this.
right. All right.
Because I could see Howie and John and Eric all fitting like a
Yes.
similar kind of role.
Vibe, yeah.
But Joey doesn't fit in there.
Yeah, he's.
So would you
too
put
funny.
JC in there then?
And switch
Yeah,
out with
and
Joey.
I would put Joey more in the older brother one.
You know
We were gonna
Okay,
do
let's
that.
switch
You were
it.
leading us against that. You're like, because the last one's not gonna make sense. You were setting us up.
Okay, I put
Okay,
Joey in
let's
the older
switch
brother
it.
because I feel like
Let's switch
although
it.
Joey is not an older brother, I feel like Joey has that charismatic personality to bring people together.
Okay,
So
let's
we'll put
switch
Joey
it.
in the older brother category. And
How we
we'll put-
wanted it first.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we'll put JC into the shy.
Yes.
Is this
It
working
makes
into your
more
plan?
sense.
That 100% makes more
Yes,
sense.
absolutely. We all are in agreement. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So now,
All right.
are we doing
I don't
something
know.
within the category?
What is it? Is that it?
Are we doing something within the category?
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, are we gonna now choose who the ultimate of each of those stereotypes are
To
and
make
a
the
band?
ultimate Superboy band.
Okay, sure. So who's the ultimate? I mean, because we kind of mixed up categories now because we said, like, it's hard to say. So you got Nick, Justin, Joey, and Ashley as your young, cute / heartthrob
Nick Carter.
category. Who's the ultimate of? And
Nick
don't
Carter.
be biased.
Ashley Parker Angel.
No, but it's true. Nick Carter.
Ashley.
Don't be biased.
Okay, so Ashley?
So two
So
for Nick
by saying
and
no,
one.
don't be biased, you can't vote on who we want in that category.
Okay.
You think Nick is the most heartthrobbiest of all those four?
Wait, say the four again.
This is not the category. The category is young, cute.
No, it's not, because we put 2 young cutes in Nick and Joey and 2 heartthrobs in Justin and Ashley. We didn't pick those.
I'm sorry, are you saying Nick is not a heartthrob?
Is he the most heartthrobbiest?
Yeah.
Are you saying Ashley is more than Nick?
Yeah.
No,
No.
I would
Oh.
pick Justin Timberlake.
Whoa, dude. Hey,
Absolutely
hey,
not.
hey.
No, I would choose
No,
Nick.
Nick.
All right.
You're vetoed, bud.
No,
Three Nicks.
okay, you know that I love Nick Carter like more than most people on this planet.
More
Okay,
than that.
But if I think about the role that Justin Timberlake played in his group versus the role that the other 3 play in their group, he is the most obvious heartthrob, young, cute, forefront. Everyone liked Justin.
Okay, so what is
gonna
Diane's
disagree.
already breaking up this group before
I
it even
know,
happens.
what is
That's his
this?
role as breaker-upper and being a solo artist.
And that's part of it, right? Because the heartthrob is supposed to be the lead, is supposed to be the one that breaks off from the rest.
do you not go to concerts with us and hear them introduce each of the boys? And do you think that Nick's cheers are not like 10,000 times louder
Now
than everybody
they
else's?
are.
They've always
They've
been. Everyone has been in
I
love
feel
with
like-
Nick Carter.
yeah.
I
Well,
don't know what sort of
I wasn't
everyone,
allowed to
but
like
I
Nick Carter
understand.
because Chili
My
liked Nick Carter. So then I had to like Aaron Carter. That was the hierarchy of things.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yes. I couldn't
Guys,
fight with my
I've
sister.
said this before. My
Okay.
experience with Backstreet Boys, all my friends liked Brian. I was the only one that liked Nick.
that's
No one liked Brian in my class, so we're
there was mostly AJ Bryan fans, and
they're
then Nick.
and especially back in the
understand that.
90s, there was
Yeah.
tons of AJ and Brian fans.
Yeah,
It was
I was
almost
one of them.
equal. Were there slightly more Nicks? Yes. But was it to the level of Justin's over everyone else? No.
Okay, I'm gonna switch my answer, and I'm gonna say Diane has a good point, and I'm
Okay.
gonna choose Justin.
What is the purpose of this band? Are we saying like the most, like in this band, the most sold or the most likable? Like
just
what?
saying that if there was
Fits
a category,
the category the most.
if
The
it was
most
like the Grammys of
Heartthrobs.
heartthrobs, these
Who
are your
gets
4
it?
nominations of who is the best heartthrob.
I still say Ashley Parker Angel.
You think Ashley is the most
Have you seen those
heartthrob?
abs? They're like washboard abs. You just want to rub your
No,
face on
no,
them.
no, no.
Blah, 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 blah. Beautiful.
You can't pick Ashley now. You had to pick Ashley back in.
when he
Choose
didn't take his
part.
shirt off back then,
Oh, you're right. He didn't. Oh,
because he posted a picture of
This
him.
is not because I'm not even going off Justin Timberlake now. He's not even in the friggin' band.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, all I'm picturing is a thing of ramen noodles. So
Everyone liked Justin.
Yeah.
nobody liked Justin.
Yeah,
You didn't like Justin.
I
Justin.
didn't pick
Okay,
Justin
you know
as my
what?
fave
You
back
guys,
in the
it's a
day.
4-person vote thing. I'm sticking with my Nick Carter vote.
I love.
You have Justin. Sophia's flip flopping. She's decided Justin is.
I
heartthrob.
agree with Diane's
We
point.
only need two winners.
Two in there.
No, because it could be a tie if she also
but she's
picks
not
Nick.
picking
I'll
Nick.
pick
She's picking
Nick.
Ashley.
No,
Well, now
she
it's a
said
stalemate.
Ashley as from back then.
And he
I'm,
didn't
I'm
wear a
just
shirt.
I'm thinking of Ashley in cameo now.
No, it
Just
can't
like,
be now.
No, it's back then.
You got to go
Okay.
back then.
Okay, Nick Carter had like a mushroom cut.
So I feel like Diane has a good point, so that's why I'm flipping flopping. I love
Oh, God,
Nick Carter. Thank you,
I
Nick
don't
Carter.
hate
If
love
I
you.
pick Justin, you think I'll be able to
You know what,
look her in the
guys?
face
Pick
again?
Justin. I don't give a shit.
All right.
All I know is that I will take the others and form my own little boy band.
Of course you do, because
Yes.
that's what you always do.
The
And
underdogs.
listen,
it's
we
not
can
even
all
that.
agree that these were at the
Okay.
time the most popular
All
members
right,
of each
I
of the
can-
groups.
Okay, for saying the most
That's what
popular
she's
member,
saying.
then I will say fuckface Timberlake Kim was the most popular.
Begrudgingly.
I know
more
full well that Mike Chris was the least popular. I am fully aware of that. And yes, lots of people liked him because obviously, by him I mean, you know who.
Voldemort.
Or Voldemort of NSYNC who left. Because obviously if he didn't have a big following, people would not have left. And he... So, okay.
I'm sorry. I think
I will
Justin
be
Timberlake is the,
grudgingly accept the fact that he is the most heartthrobby.
And we
If
all
we're
love
going
Nick
most
Carter.
Cute, then we're gonna go Nick.
Yeah. I
Yes,
guess.
Oh,
okay,
sure.
for sure,
Category to
absolutely, I
heartthrob.
agree.
or maybe Joey Mack, but I don't know. They were
Yeah,
a
I'm
little bit
gonna
before
stick
our
with
time.
Nick
No,
Carter for
yeah,
that one.
samesies.
But just
Yeah.
I will agree with you, but I'm still putting my vote in as Nick.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So
So Justin is your heartthrob. Moving
Justin
on.
is
Alright,
our
fine.
ultimate heartthrob.
It's like begrudgingly.
Toads.
Okay, so now we have this one's gonna be easy. I think we got AJ and
Wait, bad boy?
Bad
Chris.
boy category.
and Donnie and Jacob.
Donnie.
Donnie.
Is the ultimate bad boy? Get the hell out of here! It's AJ.
Okay.
He played
Did Donnie go to
cop
rehab?
in
I don't know,
Blue
did he?
Bloods.
Okay.
Pretty bad boy.
AJ.
Donnie wasn't in Blue Bloods in the 90s.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, if we're going
okay,
90s,
fine,
then AJ,
Okay,
yes.
fine,
Donnie allegedly set his hotel room on fire. That makes him a bad boy.
That's a very bad boy thing to do.
Although apparently that did
You
not
guys
happen.
think Donnie is more of a bad boy than AJ?
No, I just said
All right,
AJ.
fine,
I went
AJ, fine.
As much as I
Because you
love
said back then.
my hubby Chris, he is not.
Chris just fails in
he's
this
not.
category.
This is not.
He's
the
not
category for
even-
him.
He's
He
as bad
shouldn't
as a
even be in
teddy
this
bear.
Not a
He shouldn't
bad
be
boy.
here,
He
but
should
he
not
is.
be in this
He should be
category.
in the wacky, crazy category.
But there's
There's
no
nobody
one
else
else.
in this category.
Okay, so
He's his own
'cause he's his
category.
own category.
He is unique in his
We
category.
had to slot him in somewhere, so
Okay,
this is where
sorry,
he
we said
landed.
AJ, Donnie, Chris, and
Jacob.
okay, no,
Oh,
Jacob,
come on,
no.
Jacob.
So
Come on.
AJ.
Who's going to win in a
So
fight?
AJ, or
AJ.
Donnie?
I was thinking Donnie, but
Okay,
again,
Donnie
Diane
back
has
then.
a good point.
Donnie
Again.
is a close second.
Yes.
This is not like whatever. I
I think
see what you're saying with
Personally,
Donnie.
just looks wise, I'm
But
going to
yeah,
say AJ.
when you
Yes.
line up those four guys beside each other and
It's a
you're
dark
like,
alley.
who's
You're scared.
who's the most bad of these four? You're like this guy with
Okay,
all the
AJ,
tattoos
yes.
and the sunglasses.
AJ for sure.
And the-
Okay, yes.
And the black nail
All right.
polish.
Smoking and
Yeah.
you know,
Yes.
Vaping.
Drinking, yes. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Although I feel like Donnie obviously is OG bad boy.
I feel like maybe Donnie actually maybe did some more like bad stuff, but you had to know.
He had like a
That's
rat
true.
tail and an ear piercing.
Yeah, come on, that's bad.
Okay, yeah.
Wore leather jackets all the time.
I know, but they all did.
Bad for the
Okay.
environment. So
Although I
bad.
feel like I know you keep saying not to bring up now, but now Donnie is
Donnie is
Love
like
Yeah,
Love
for
Eternal
sure.
and
Love
Yes.
Eternal and all these other things. So I feel like
And going back to the Justin Timberlake factor, compared to the other members of New Kids, was Donnie more so the bad boy compared to some of the other ones?
Yes.
You know, Danny was a little bit of a rebel also in that group.
True.
Versus in Backstreet Boys, AJ is just like far and away.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. I'll
AJ
stick with
had
AJ.
a drinking
yeah.
problem. That's so bad.
It's so bad.
That's a very bad.
All right, AJ.
Yeah.
lots of stories about AJ hooking up with lots of people. and
All right.
things,
So okay.
Okay. So then we have the weird all-American jockey type
The
of...
weird?
The weird.
How
We
come
added a
weird
weird
is
part?
not-
No,
thing.
weird. I
She's saying
mean
the
the
category
category
is
is
weird.
weird.
Oh gosh. I
Oh,
was
okay.
like,
Come on,
which one
Chris.
did
Chris Kirkpatrick's weird.
Chris is definitely weird.
I am not.
He's in
denying
another
He's not in this
category?
category. This is the all-American jockey type,
All right.
where we have Brian, Lance,
Nope.
Jordan, and
Trevor.
Trevor.
I'm gonna go with Brian.
I'm also going to go with
I'm
Brian.
gonna go Trevor.
Yeah, I thought of Trevor too, but this is more at a stalemate once again. Brian now.
Brian now?
No, no, no.
Like she's agreeing with
Okay.
us,
Yeah.
Brian.
Oh, sorry. I
Okay,
went with
you know
Trevor,
what?
but then
Even
it's
if you do want to bring in nowadays,
No.
Brian, which we're not, but Brian is very like America, like and dressed as like a sparkly Uncle Sam. Or something in other places, so. Okay.
It's got to be Brian or Trevor because I don't think
Yeah.
that Lance and Jordan really fit this role really.
no.
yeah.
Like maybe a bit in like the boy next door type in look, but
No, I don't know. I'm gonna go Trevor. Going back to Trevor.
I'm gonna stick Brian.
I want to say Trevor, but since we're at a stalemate, I will say Brian
okay, Brian.
because there's nothing happens with ties here. We just argue until Diane is right. So I would say Brian.
I feel like that should be a quote for the episode.
All right. Brian it is.
She brings up good points. That's why
Thank
I
you.
agree.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. So now we have the older brother category.
Yep.
And we switched JC into this one or we switched Joey into this one?
I don't know.
Joey? I thought it
There's a
was
lot of
Joey.
going
No, I think we switched JC into
Oh,
this
okay.
one. So it's Kevin, JC, Danny, and Dan
Kevin.
Kevin.
as the most older bro type. I
Yes.
was gonna go Danny.
No.
Danny Wood.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick with Kevin.
The thing is, we don't know a lot about Danny Wood.
That's true. I don't.
Yeah.
Other than he makes really good meals for his children.
Does.
And I want to
Works
be
out
his
a lot.
child. Please feed me.
I don't think JC really fits it, and we kind of just stuck Dan there because we didn't really know where else to put him.
True.
Daddy Dan.
Daddy
Oh boy.
Dan.
Oh boy.
So it's definitely between Kevin and Danny.
I feel like Kevin takes on that older brother role.
That's
Yes.
true.
Yeah.
He's always talking about he's the older brother. And all
Yeah.
that
I
stuff.
feel like Danny was more marketed in New Kids as being the older brother type, but Kevin actually is more the older brother type. Like
Which
he's
is
he
ironic
acts like
because
it.
he's actually
Yeah.
a younger brother, right? Like
Yeah,
in
he's a
his
younger
actual-
brother. Yeah.
in his actual family, he's the
What?
youngest.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He
It's
has
crazy.
2 other brothers.
And Nick is the youngest in Backstreet, but he's the oldest in his actual family.
How that
Weird.
family is
Crazy.
special, so. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go Kevin.
I'm gonna
Kevin?
stay Kevin.
Same Z's.
All right, so now we have the category that makes no sense.
Woo.
Woo!
And
Wild card.
Yeah.
I guess this is shy ones. So you got Howie,
Why wasn't Lance in this?
Joey for some reason,
Oh yeah, he didn't fit, but yeah.
and John and Eric.
Definitely John,
John.
Knight. Not. I was just joking. Oh my god.
One? Okay,
Howie?
so
Howie.
the shy.
I don't think
Was this
Howie's the most
Latin
shy.
lover?
This we put Howie as the Latin lover, but then we had categories that made no sense.
Okay, I'll go John.
The shy one?
Sorry, who's in here? Again?
John doesn't contribute to the band, okay?
I don't think
But
it's John.
but
I
John
think
is
it's
shy.
Eric.
Eric Michael Estrada?
Eric was the most shy, look into my eyes, kind of one. Howie is a little bit more of that, I'm shaking my hips and I'm
Okay.
like,
He's
Shaking my
reserved too.
dicks.
I'm
I'm
shaking
kidding.
my
I'm kidding.
dicks.
I'm kidding.
Wow.
There's another quote you can promote this
Latin
episode.
lover. Oh boy.
Category
my
is
dicks.
Latin lover, then it's different. But if the category is shy one,
Okay, I'll.
You're
go
shaking
with
nothing
then
if
it's
it's
Eric.
Okay,
So I guess
fine.
we
You're
have to.
shaking in your
To
boots if
me,
you're
I
shy.
think it's Eric. But I guess it
I
depends
think
what
John
the
is more
category.
shy because he was hiding the fact that
Well,
he was gay.
John was
He really
obviously
didn't
the most
talk.
shy.
He was very had a lot
Yeah.
of anxiety.
I don't think
and
Howie
things.
is the most shy. If the category
No.
is shy, it's definitely
No.
not
Okay.
Howie.
It's not Howie. It's not
Howie.
Joey.
And
no.
it's not Joey for sure.
100%.
So it's got to be Dawn or Eric. Dawn.
Don? Who's Don? Don Omar.
She
Been a
made
long
up a
day.
name.
John or Eric.
I'm going John.
Okay, again, Diane brings up a good point. I'm going to go with
Which
Eric.
is- I just like saying Eric Michael Estrada.
Okay, so pick Eric Michael Estrada.
Eric Michael Estrada.
Now I'm second guessing it.
You're
'cause I
arguing
feel
with
like-
yourself.
No, because I feel like Chinzia brought up good points about John.
Which are? Please tell me, because I don't know.
That John was actually shy. I don't think Eric
He
is
actually
actually
has
shy.
anxiety performing. Like he can't go.
He
on,
was gay at a time that it wasn't cool
But
to be
even
gay.
when
No
they-
wonder he was shy about
no,
it.
but even when they came back recently, he was still there was a couple of shows he actually missed out on because he was having anxiety attacks and wouldn't perform.
Oh, that's true. I do remember that.
And he was I think one of the London shows or something. We
Yeah.
had 2 back-to-back shows. He didn't go to the first one, and then people are like, whatever. I'm like, he's going through a lot of anxiety and things like that.
And I feel like people could argue that Eric can sort of fit in other roles. You could almost put Eric in the Latin lover role, although he doesn't act like that.
we want this to be like the international category, but then
With
John's-
John Knight in
then
it?
International
John's
love.
like white bread. I don't know.
White's a nation.
He's from the gay culture.
The Outsiders.
Sorry, that was my pen scratching the microphone.
Because if we were doing that, then obviously Joey Fatone, Italian Stallion would get that category.
Yes.
Is he the most international
I
though?
think so, yes.
International
Because he
love.
actually speaks Italian, unlike
I'm
Howie,
like,
who
how, like
doesn't
how?
speak Spanish.
I don't know. This category sucks.
It could almost be a tie, really.
Can't. We have to have 5 members.
We have to decide what the actual
Okay,
title of the
hold on.
category is.
Hold on. Can you tell us who the winners are so we can see who fits well with the rest of the band?
It's Justin and then AJ, Brian, and Kevin.
Justin,
Gee,
AJ, Brian,
it sounds like
Kevin.
everyone picked all the members of the Backstreet Boys.
I know we're not biased on this show.
Shocking.
Still going John.
Well, I mean, it would be nice to have a mix of new kids in there as well. All right, let's go John. Even though I don't.
So the category is then you're going more shy, fits in more with that group.
Okay.
If we're going category,
I will go with Chinzia and say John.
Shy guy. Written on your face.
sorry.
A
Diane.
merman out of water. Feeling out.
Okay.
All right, so
Notice how I said
John
Knight?
it is.
Notice how I said merman?
Man.
That is such a weird group, though.
Yeah.
So maybe we
No.
should swap out one of them.
Can we?
Who do you want to swap out?
Brian.
What? Chizzy, you
Why?
can't.
And put Trevor in there.
I don't know about
All
that.
American.
I feel like Brian.
Why don't you swap
fits.
out Justin so that way you're fine with
Because
it?
it's 3 against 1, so Justin's in the group.
You know what I think is throwing me off? It's that John is so much older than all the other ones.
Okay.
I could see that. Yeah.
Do you,
I don't know. You know what,
you wanna put
guys?
Eric
It's
in there?
fine.
You can
No,
put Eric
it's
in
not
there.
that
no.
bad.
You know
I think
what,
if you're
guys?
specifically saying shy, John is the most shy.
You're right.
Yes,
You're right.
You're right.
We're
You
going to
got
leave
some
it
good
how
points.
it is, and you let us know what you think of our picks. Let us know if you would have changed anything. Let us know if you think our categories were wrong. And
If you
know,
agree.
So sorry,
Yeah.
who are
If
our,
you
who are our
disagree.
if
members
we get
again?
if we get
Justin,
a lot of
Brian,
Justin Timberlake,
Brian
Brian
Littrell,
Kevin Richardson.
Kevin Richardson.
Richardson, John
John
Knight,
Knight.
and
Oh, what's the last one?
AJ.
AJ McLean. He was our bad
oh,
boy.
Yeah, he's always the bad boy. I don't even know what we would call that band.
Okay.
question marks.
Anyways,
What I was going to say was, if we get a lot of responses, hey, maybe we'll revisit this and try it again. Until then, thanks for taking a break with us, guys.
Until next time.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.